to see what makes these innovators and changemakers tick.
Welcome to Entertain Me, hosted by Roberto Capodieci, as we bridge the worlds of new and old technologies, meet incredible individuals, and delve into past visions of the future, between technology and life with Roberto Capodieci on Entertain Me. You're now listening to
Entertain Me.
Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. Today we're taking a look at Interchain.me.
Interchain.me?
Yeah, this is a platform that was created by Roberto Capodieci.
Yeah.
And we have a pretty diverse collection of notes, website excerpts, even some audio clips that we're going to be looking at today. So we'll be unpacking what this platform's all about, getting to know Roberto himself, and taking a look at the wide range of content that he creates. What really
is pretty impressive.
Stood out to you when you were going through all these materials?
I think the first thing that really struck me was just the sheer variety of content.
Okay.
You know, it covers everything from AI blockchain to life hacks and retro tech.
Yeah.
It's clear that Roberto is passionate about exploring the intersection of technology and life itself.
It's not just for hardcore techies. Like, you can tell that right away.
Exactly. Yeah, there's something there for everyone.
So who is this Roberto Capodieci?
So Roberto is, he's a true tech veteran. He's got a pretty impressive resume. I was looking through it. Senior blockchain architect, chief blockchain officer at Jada AI, chief technology officer at Simply.
Wow.
Yeah, and he even finds time to do some consulting on the side.
Well.
But what really ties it all together is his drive to make these cutting-edge technologies accessible to everyone.
It seems like that's a theme throughout all of his work.
Absolutely.
And he's sharing it in a number of different ways, too.
Yeah.
I mean, podcasts, videos. We even have a couple of his books here.
He's prolific.
So let's talk about the podcasts.
Yeah.
The list of series on Interchain.me is incredible.
Yeah.
We've got Cool Smart People, Decentralizing AI, Deep Dive, Learn with Rob, Life Tips, and it goes on and on.
Yeah.
Where should we even start?
I mean, I'm kind of drawn to the cool, smart people, I think.
Oh,
you know, the in-depth conversations with these fascinating minds that really speaks to me. You know, he clearly wants to share stories and insights from people who are kind of pushing those boundaries, you know, in tech and beyond.
Yeah. And decentralizing AI is such a hot topic right now.
It's huge.
Especially with Roberto's background in blockchain.
Right.
I bet he has some very unique insights on how that field is evolving.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say about that.
Now, for those of us who love a little bit of nostalgia,
oh yeah, me.
There's old tech.
Love it. Love it. Exploring those gadgets and, you know, the tech of the past. I think it's really valuable to look back and see how far we've come.
Yeah, what about past predictions?
Oh, yeah.
I'm always so fascinated by how people envisioned the future. I think it would be really eye-opening to look back and see what they got right, what they missed, and why.
Yeah, and how that shapes our thinking about the future now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's a great way to challenge your own assumptions about what the future holds.
So we've got these thought-provoking interviews, exploration of cutting-edge tech trips down memory lane. There really is something for everybody on this Interchain.
Absolutely.
But there's even more to uncover. But we have some info here about some of Roberto's current projects. And it looks like he has some really exciting things coming up in 2024.
Yeah.
A reboot of Blockchain Zoo, for one, sounds very promising.
Very cool. Yeah, and he's working on a new book, too.
Really?
Yeah, so given his expertise, I'm sure it's going to offer some really valuable insights into the world of blockchain and beyond.
Did you know that Roberto's turning 50 next year?
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, you think we'll get a special birthday episode? Maybe he'll share some wisdom gleaned over 50 years of life and tech experience.
I hope so. That would be awesome.
Well, before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's go back to something we touched on earlier.
Okay.
Roberto's inspirations.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of podcasts like the Joe Rogan Experience Huberman Lab, the Lex Fridman podcast.
Oh, yeah.
All known for their deep, insightful conversations with experts and high achievers.
I can see that.
Do you see that influence in his work at all?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially in the Cool Smart People series. I mean, it's clear that he values those kinds of discussions, not just for the host, but for the guest and the audience. You know, everyone learns and grows from those types of conversations.
It creates a space where ideas can be shared, debated, and refined.
Exactly.
And it's a model that's proven to be incredibly successful. I mean, it fosters learning and connection.
Absolutely. So I think it's safe to say we've established that Interchain.me is this really rich resource for anyone who's interested in technology and its impact on our lives.
Yeah, I think so. Should we take a closer look at a few specific series?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's dive into cool, smart people first. What insights can we glean from these conversations with some of the most fascinating minds in tech and beyond?
Well, I think these interviews go way beyond that surface level chatter. I think Roberto has a real knack for getting people to open up to share their personal and professional journeys, their struggles, their triumphs.
Right, it's like getting a glimpse behind the curtain.
Exactly.
To see what makes these innovators and change makers tick.
Yeah, and I think that's incredibly valuable, especially now when technology is advancing so rapidly.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to hear from people who are not only keeping pace, but actively shaping these developments.
It kind of reminds us that we all have the potential to make a difference.
Absolutely.
So if you're looking to be inspired by stories of resilience, creativity, and intelligence, cool, smart people is definitely a must listen.
For sure.
Okay, now let's shift gears a bit and talk about decentralizing AI.
Okay.
This is a topic that's becoming increasingly important
Yeah.
as AI becomes more powerful and more pervasive.
Absolutely.
And Roberto, with his deep understanding of blockchain and decentralized systems, he seems to be really well positioned to explore this issue.
Yeah, he's got the perfect background for it.
What stood out to you about his approach to this topic?
Well, from what I've seen, he delves into both the philosophical and the practical implications of decentralizing AI.
Okay.
So he doesn't just focus on the technical nuts and bolts.
Right.
He also explores the ethical considerations, the societal impact, the potential for both good and bad.
Right. So it's not just about the how, it's about the why.
Yeah.
And the who and how will this impact humanity as a whole.
Exactly.
How can we ensure that AI benefits everyone,
Yeah.
not just a select few?
Right. And that's what's so great about his approach is he doesn't shy away from those tough questions.
Yeah.
He explores the potential risks and challenges of decentralizing AI as well as the potential benefits.
Okay.
He wants his listeners to really think critically about this technology and its implications for the future.
So if you're interested in the future of AI and how it might be shaped by decentralization, this series is a must listen. I mean, it's a thought-provoking exploration of a topic that's only going to become more important in the years to come.
It's only going to get bigger.
Absolutely. Okay, are you ready for a trip down memory lane?
Oh, always.
Let's talk about old tech. It's time to revisit those classic devices that once held a special place in our hearts. The old computers, gaming consoles, phones, and more.
Yeah.
What makes Roberto's approach to old tech so engaging?
Well, I think he doesn't just showcase those relics of the past.
Yeah.
He explores their impact, the stories they tell, the nostalgia they evoke. It's more than just a tech show. It's a cultural exploration.
I like that. It's like taking a trip down memory lane with a tech-savvy friend.
Yeah.
And what makes it even more fascinating is that he often brings in guests who share their own memories and insights
I love that.
about these old gadgets.
Yeah.
It's a reminder of how far technology has come,
Yeah.
but it's also a celebration of the ingenuity and the creativity that went into those early innovations.
It's really cool to hear those stories.
It's a reminder that we're all standing on the shoulders of giants.
I like that.
Speaking of giants, let's jump back to the future, shall we?
Okay.
This time we're talking about Past Predictions,
All right.
a series that examines how our visions of tomorrow have actually played out. Yeah. What makes this series so intriguing, do you think?
Well, for me, it's that exploration of how accurate or inaccurate our predictions about the future have been.
Right.
Roberto takes us back in time. We revisit some of the forecasts made decades ago about our current era
Okay.
and try to separate the hits from the misses. It's like a time capsule of hopes and fears and dreams about the future.
Yeah, it's not just about technology, right?
Yeah, not at all.
I mean, he explores predictions about society, culture, the world at large.
the whole 9 yards.
What surprised you most about some of the predictions that he explored?
Honestly, it was just the sheer diversity of predictions, both spot on and wildly off base. I mean, for example, I was really surprised by just how much some people underestimated the impact of the internet and mobile devices. Back then it was all about flying cars and teleportation.
Right.
But the real revolution was happening right under our noses.
Yeah. I guess it's easy to get caught up in those flashy, futuristic visions
Yeah.
and miss the subtle but profound shifts happening all around us.
Exactly. And I think that's one of the things that makes past predictions so valuable. It really highlights how difficult it is to predict the future accurately. It's a humbling reminder to stay open to possibilities and be prepared for the unexpected.
Absolutely. And I think that's a great segue into our next series,
Right.
Perspectives on the Metaverse. This is another area where Roberto's insights are particularly relevant.
Yeah.
Especially with all the buzz around virtual worlds and immersive experiences these days.
And it builds on his Italian podcast.
Right.
It's fascinating to see how he connects his passion for tech with his Italian heritage,
Yeah.
bringing that unique global perspective to the conversation.
And he doesn't shy away from the big questions.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Everything from the philosophical implications of digital life to the practical uses of the metaverse.
Yeah, he makes those complex concepts understandable for anyone who's curious about this whole new frontier.
Right. It's not just for the techies.
Right. Anyone can understand.
Now, speaking of making tech accessible, we have Learn with Rob,
Oh, yeah.
a series where he shares his own learning process in real time.
I love that series.
I know, it's such a cool concept.
Yeah.
It's refreshing to see someone who embraces lifelong learning and invites others along for the ride.
Yeah, it's like having a personal tutor guiding you through those new skills and concepts.
And he covers a pretty wide range of topics, right?
Yeah, he does everything from practical how-to guides to quick hacks and new tools he's discovering.
So it's not about becoming an expert overnight.
Right.
These are short, focused explorations
Yeah.
designed to equip viewers with handy new skills or insights that they can apply immediately.
Perfect for those who are curious and like to learn by doing.
And for those who appreciate bite-sized wisdom for everyday challenges, there's life tips.
Oh, yes.
These are like little nuggets of wisdom drawn from Roberto's own experiences.
I like that.
Covering everything from managing stress to improving productivity to enhancing relationships.
It's really practical advice.
What strikes you about this series?
I think it shows his genuine interest in personal growth and well-being.
Okay.
He's not just a tech guru. He's someone who wants to help people live their best lives, both on and offline.
It's a great reminder that technology should serve us,
Right.
not the other way around.
Exactly.
Now for the tech enthusiasts who are always eager for the newest gadgets and gizmos.
Always.
There's new tech.
Yep, a must-watch for anyone who wants to stay ahead of the curve.
So Roberto reviews the latest innovations hitting the market.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from groundbreaking AI tools to sweet new devices. What sets his reviews apart, do you think?
I think he goes beyond just showcasing the shiny new object.
Okay.
He delves into the practicalities, the promises, the potential pitfalls of each product.
Right, so it's like having a tech-savvy friend
Yeah.
who tells you what's worth your time and money.
Exactly.
And what's just hype.
And sometimes he'll even bring in the creators of those innovations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you get that behind-the-scenes look at their vision and process.
So it's a glimpse into the future of tech.
It is.
We talked about Roberto's professional life and his passion for technology, but what about the man behind the curtain?
Yeah.
That's where Rob's memory lane comes in.
Oh, yeah.
This series offers a glimpse into his personal journey.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from humorous anecdotes to insightful experiences.
Yeah.
He revisits old haunts, reconnects with friends, and shares those moments that shaped him.
That's awesome.
It kind of adds a whole new dimension to his persona, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. Seeing that personal side adds depth and warmth to his work.
Right.
It's a reminder that behind every tech expert, entrepreneur, thought leader, there's a real person with a unique story to tell.
And his willingness to share his story, even sometimes in Italian with subtitles.
That's great.
It just adds this really charming and authentic touch.
Absolutely.
And finally, we have Throwback Thursday,
Oh, yeah.
where he gives older content a new lease on life. It's like a curated time capsule of tech insights, perfect for anyone who wants to explore the evolution of his thinking.
And it's a testament to the enduring value of great content. Some ideas simply stand the test of time.
So we've taken this whirlwind tour of interchain.me,
We have.
covering everything from AI and the metaverse to nostalgic tech and personal stories.
Yeah.
And what's clear is that Roberto's created something truly special,
He has.
a platform that offers something for everyone.
Definitely.
What resonates with you most about his approach to this platform?
I think it's his ability to weave together such a diverse tapestry of content, united by that underlying theme of the interplay between technology and life. He's constantly seeking connections, drawing parallels between seemingly disparate topics,
Right?
and showing how technology shapes not just our devices, but our worldviews, our relationships, even our sense of self.
And he does it all with this infectious enthusiasm and genuine desire to share knowledge and inspire others. It's like he can't wait to show you all the cool things he's discovered.
Yeah.
And his excitement is contagious.
It makes you want to dive deeper. Explore those ideas, further engage in those insightful conversations that he's always promoting.
Absolutely. Interchain Peep, is not just about the passive consumption of information.
Right.
It's about sparking that curiosity, encouraging critical thinking,
Yeah.
and empowering people to engage with technology in a more meaningful way.
It's about understanding how technology impacts us all,
Yeah.
not just those working in the tech industry.
Right. Before we wrap up our deep dive,
All right.
let's turn the tables and ask you, our listener, a question.
Okay.
Given what we've explored today, what aspect of Entertain Be Me resonates most with you?
Yeah. What are you most interested in?
Is it the focus on AI, the exploration of the metaverse,
The personal stories.
the life tips? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, it really speaks to Roberto's ability to connect with a wide range of people.
It's pretty remarkable what he's put together here. And while the topics are, so diverse, like we've been talking about,
Yeah,
there's this common thread running through it all.
definitely.
This idea that technology is not just about gadgets and code.
Right.
It's about people, connections,
Yeah.
the human experience.
Absolutely. It's about how technology shapes the way we live and work and interact with the world around us.
And Roberto seems determined to explore all facets of that interplay.
He really does.
He doesn't shy away from the complex or the challenging.
No.
He embraces it with curiosity and enthusiasm.
And he invites us to do the same.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Interchain.me,
Yeah.
I'm left with this sense of possibility.
I agree.
Like we're just scratching the surface of
Yeah.
what technology can do and what it means to be human in this digital age.
It's a really exciting time.
It is. If you're ready to embark on your own journey of tech exploration,
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking out Interchain.me.
Yeah.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
You will be.
Not just about technology, but about yourself.
Absolutely.
So until next time, fellow deep divers, keep asking questions, keep challenging assumptions,
Keep learning.
and keep diving deep into the world of knowledge.
See you next time.
Roberto Capodieci on Entertain Me.